Well, hello, everybody. On a Wednesday night, I just thought I'd come on and do a quick test game. I've been working on my basketball file, but went back to the baseball today and took some of the players that I've created and assembled two teams to play tonight. One of them being a earlier era, pre-50s, pre-1950s, 1900 to 1950s team, and another one that's 1960s and newer. And I've got them assembled and ready to roll. See who joins us tonight, but thought I'd get a test in. Haven't played a baseball game in a while. I picked two teams uh, to draft the players onto. So I've got the Boston, the home team here, and Chicago Cubs will be the away team. You can take a look at the lineups here. I've got this is the more modern players, and I just drafted some, and these are some of the players I've created already. So I had a limited pool to go from. I think I've only done about 100 players or so right now. So a good assortment here to cover the positions. I do know that I think we load the lineup here versus right. See what I want to put in here. Now let's put Petrocelli in there at short. I kind of like that. A little bit more of a bat. Take a look at the opponent here and load a lineup versus right. And you can see here I've got some older players on this one. Pretty tough team leading off right there with Cobb and Frisch, Joe Jackson, L. Simmons, Bill Terry, Mel Ott DHing. I do have the DH turned on just to have some fun with this test. Bill Dickey at catcher, got home run Baker at third, and the shortstop, Roger Peckinpah. And also have Johnny Pesky on the bench. And since he's a lefty, I may bring him in. And let's take a look at pitchers. I've got 7 pitchers on each team, which is enough to play around with here for this game. So let's see who we've got out there. Pick somebody that's not, maybe Burley Grimes, last man to legally throw a spitball. Rube Waddell, another good option. Walter Johnson, really tough here. He and Christy Mathewson. But I think I'm going to throw Burley Grimes in here. Let's take a look at the newer team. We've got some pitchers here. I think I'll go with Jim Hunter. And what do we do? Should we throw a Walter Johnson? You know what? Why not? Let's bring in Walter Johnson. So the home team at playing for the Boston club here will be the call it the pre-1950 or even pre-1940s team. And let's double check this one. And the post-1960s team. And let's let her roll. Using one of the images I have for Fenway, I did on the Discord, on our Discord group, make available all of my baseball ballpark image files for download there on the Discord. So if anybody wants it, it's almost a gig worth of photos. So have at it and enjoy it. Todd B suggested last night when I was watching Legends do his broadcast to put them up there, and I did. So let's take a look and see how this game rolls here. Walter Johnson with the pitch, and Henderson in the leadoff spot sends this out to Cobb in center, who makes a great play, and we've got the first batter out. So it will be kind of fun just seeing, I've got it set as far as rules on batter-pitcher average, and having an older era team against maybe some of the newer era team, just having some fun with this matchup. Walter Johnson should be tough. Here's Pete Rose in the DH slot. Sends this one out to right field. Joe Jackson makes the catch. That's a heck of an outfield when you got Jackson in right, Cobb in center, and Bucklefoot Al Simmons in left. Up steps Joe Morgan. He's batting third for this newer edition of the Cubs. Grounder, Frankie Frisch with great range, picks it up over to Terry, and that's the third out. And no runs, no hits. And here comes the home team with Ty Cobb leading off. He's facing Catfish Hunter. And Cobb sends this one out to center. Lynn, playing center, makes the catch, and we have one away. Here's Frankie Frisch. Corner's coming in, looking for the bunt. Rico Petrocelli with the grab. Over to Yastrzemski. I'm seeing an error, possibly. Looks like a high throw. That'll be an E6 on the throw from Petrocelli. And Frisch takes second on the throwing error. And, throwing back, trying to keep Frisch honest. There's a pitch from Hunter. Jackson fires this one up high behind the plate. Looks like Bench should have a play. He does, and that's two away here in the bottom of the first for Al Simmons. The pitch out to center field. Lynn chasing back. He's got room, and he makes the catch. And that'll end the first. No runs, no hits, one error. And here we go into the second with Reggie Jackson batting cleanup. The pitch from Walter Johnson. On the ground, home run Baker. Up with the throw. Is it in time? It is not. And Jackson will get an infield base hit. Runner on here with no out for Johnny Bench. There's the pitch, and Bench hits this one hard. Looks like it's going to stay in, though. Right to Simmons and left. He'll make the catch. Jackson back to first. And up steps Carl Yastrzemski. Definitely a Boston hometown favorite. And he sends this one right back up the middle. It gets through for a base hit. Jackson will hold at second. Have two aboard with one away for the center fielder, Fred Lynn. Here's the pitch. Lynn sends this liner right to Terry. Yastrzemski gets back. Avoids the double play. And here's Wade Boggs, the third baseman. Grounder. Bill Terry looks like he's got it. Steps on the bag. And that will end the top of the second. So here we go in the bottom of the second. More big bats coming up here with Bill Terry, Mel Ott, and Bill Dickey. So Catfish Hunter deals. Up the middle, a liner. Looks like it dropped. Can't come up with it, and it goes all the way to the wall. Extra bases for Terry, and he's in at second with a double. Brings up Mel Ott. Pitch from Hunter. Ott sends this one out to right field. Jackson going back. He makes a catch on the warning track, and he's making the throw to try to get Terry on the tag, and Terry just beats it. Takes third with one out, and here's Bill Dickey. Pitch. Dickey sends this one up in the infield to pop up. Hey, Beatles. Just playing a quick test game here with some of the MLB greats I've created with kind of a pre-50s and a post-60s team just to have a little bit of fun tonight. Haven't played a baseball game in a while. So here we are, two outs. See if they can get Bill Terry in from third. Here's the pitch from Hunter, and home run Baker sends this one out. And Lynn makes the catch, and we're through two, still scoreless. There's the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli. Got a strong bat. 32 home runs he's carded for. The throw, and Walter Johnson plunks him. So we got the leadoff runner aboard. And here comes the greatest of all time, according to himself, Ricky Henderson. And he draws a walk. Interested to see how Walter, dominating stats he has. Here's the pitch, and Rose sends this one out to right field. Joe Jackson, manning right, makes the catch. Will he tag? He does. Petrocelli trying to get to third. Is the throw in time? It is. Jackson with a catch and a throw out. It's 2 down now. Henderson will move to second. Still got a runner in scoring position, and up steps Joe Morgan. Here's the pitch to Morgan, and it gets by Dickey. That will be a pass ball. Now we've got Henderson on third. A 1-2 count. And here's the pitch. Morgan pops this one up. It's like it'll stay in the infield. A dramatic, slow infield fly. And Frank Home Run Baker makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. Headed to the bottom of the third. Still nothing. So here is Johnny Pesky, shortstop. And Pesky sends one opposite right through the hole there between third and short, and he's aboard with a single. Here's Ty Cobb, flied out his first time up. Playing center field. Hey, legends, welcome. Just having a little fun test game right here. I have no idea what this image is I'm seeing right here. A ball is floating in midair. I have no idea what I'm watching. And it said Cobb looked the bunt. Oh, he popped the bunt up. Yastrzemski came charging in and makes the catch. So that's the first out. And here's Frankie Frisch, second baseman today. On the ground to Wade Boggs. Up with the throw. He's got to go to first. Is it in time? It is. He gets Frisch. Pesky will move on to second. And here's the right fielder, Shoeless Joe, looking for this early, the anti-gravity league. Looking for some kind of offense to get a run scored here in this game. And Jackson sends this out to right field to Reggie Jackson, who makes the catch. You have 2 Jacksons in right field in this game. And again, this is the hometown Red Sox, just a team I threw together of my MLB Greats file I've been working on to test it. And just pick some players that were like pre-1940 to make a team, and then a more modern one that's late 60s and newer. So interested to see how this comes out, especially with a guy like Walter Johnson. We take a look at how he's carded here. Well, let's take a peek. I keep picking on the wrong one. Let's take a look at Walter Johnson here. You can see got an 8.76 whip, an ERA plus of 2.01. So this is based on, again, these files are based on the best 3 to 4 years of a player, and then I average all the years I'm using, and then I assign them to that year. But before I assign them to that year, I take all of those 3 or 4 years averaged, and then I normalize all that data to the year I'm putting them in. So 1914 Walter Johnson looks pretty good on the card. And here's the pitch to Reggie. Little slow roller to Baker. Up with the throw. I don't know if he's going to beat it. And Jackson can't. It's an out. Baker with the throw in time, and we've got one away for Johnny Bench. Flied out to center. Hey, have a good night, Beatles. Oh, this is, for Beatles, 11 o'clock, that's pretty early for him. I'm a little worried about him these days. Here we go, the pitch. Johnny Bench sends this one high in the air. Another one of these infield flies. I do notice with the action game, I have my backdrops with upscaled resolution, meaning a lot of them are 4,000 pixels by 3,000 or 4,000 pixels. And when you have that real high quality image, sometimes the on pop flies in that, it can just take a little bit longer with the animation. Just something I've noticed. Here's Yaz, singled his last time up. 2 out, Walter Johnson. The pitch, and Yaz sends this out to right. Jackson moves over and makes the easy catch. And we are headed to the bottom of the fourth, 0-0 still. I've also, as you can see, some of the player photos I'm working on. I started doing this with my basketball project for Hall of Fame, and I found the Hall of Fame logo, and that's something I'm going to go back and do as I work through the greats, is just, if they're a Hall of Famer, I'm just throwing the little Hall of Fame logo on their player cards. Just experimenting with some of the visuals. Here's Bucklefoot Al flied out his last time up. Catfish with the pitch. This one's hit out to center field. Fred Lynn's backing up. Will he stay in here? And it is out of here. A center field shot by Al Simmons breaks the 0-0 tie, and we got a 1-0 game here for the hometown Boston team. And here's Bill Terry. Lined to double his last time up. Misplayed ball by Lynn. This one's out to Jackson. Should be easy catch. Makes it for the first out. And here's Mel Ott. Flied out. First time up. Here's the pitch. Mel Ott sends this out. Jackson with the catch and right. Getting a lot of putouts to right field here. Seen a lot of lefty bats in the lineup, so not surprising. And here's Bill Dickey. 2 down. Draws the walk. Frank Baker flied out his last time up. Pitch from Hunter. And this one's hit hard past Boggs. Looks like it's going to get all the way to the wall. This may score Dickey. He's rounding third. No throw. Baker into second, and we've got a double here, 2-out double driving in the second run, and we got a 2-0 game. And here is the number 9 hitter for Boston, Johnny Pesky. Little grounder. Joe Morgan with range makes the play over to Yaz at first, and we're through 4. It's 2-0 for the home greats playing under the Boston franchise and in Fenway. Here's the pitch to Lynn. See if they can get to Walter Johnson. Slow roller to Frisch. Over to first in time. And that is an out. So here's Wade Boggs. Grounded to first. His card, based on his best 3 to 4 years, you've got 371 line with 121 runs scored. See if Boggs can get something going. Here's the pitch. He grounds this one to Frisch. Over to Terry in time, and we have 2 away for Rico Petrocelli. Pitch, and Petrocelli comes through all the way to the wall. He's headed to second, and the throw's in. So he's into double. In with a double at second, and that brings up the greatest of all time, Ricky Henderson. He's flown out and walked. Got an RBI chance here. The pitch from Johnson. And Henderson on the ground to Johnny Pesky, up with the throw, and it looked like he could have been safe, but it was just in time, and Henderson can't beat it out. So we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 for the Boston team. Here's Ty Cobb. Pitch from Hunter. Cobb sends this one past Jastrzemski into right, and he's aboard with a leadoff single. No doubt will be a something to watch on the base paths here for Hunter. Frankie Frisch. Bench is coming out to make the play, and I'm just letting the computer, I'm hitting the computer for both, letting the computer make the decisions. Oh, we got a ground ball. Morgan's got it, makes the turn, and that will be devastating to him. Double play. Hunter loved that. Joe Jackson's popped out and flown out. And now he's aboard with a single right. Al Simmons, the hero so far, hit that solo shot to break the 0-0 tie, the last at-bat. Hunter keeping Jackson honest. Here's the pitch. And this is a grounder. Morgan with it, or Petrocelli, one of them, who knows? Let's see who made the great play. They were both there. And, well, one of them made the play. Well, I could read the box score, but I'm too lazy. Let's take a look here. Oh, Morgan makes it. Diving stop by Morgan, fires to first. So here we go. And we head to the top of the sixth. Now let's see if this more modern team here can get on the board. Look at this hit percentage. 8.4% for Rose. It's making me wonder why. That seems awful low, 8%. So let's look at Johnson. That's why I like to test this here and see if I've got splits right. So let's look at Johnson. Ah, that's why he's so tough. We've got Johnson doesn't have any of his split data in. That's why he's so tough. So here's what I'm going to do. Lets me know I don't have good split data in here. I'm going to take Johnson out. Let's bring in another pitcher. I'm going to bring in Burley Grimes here to pitch. Yeah, let's take a look at Burley. I'll have to fix that with Walter. We can see right here all the split data is there. So I knew something's a little off when you see some bizarre, really low or high percentages. So this kind of helps me identify some data errors and things I can check. So let's get Grimes in here, see what Pete Rose can do. And he draws the walk. Joe Morgan, great on base percentage, draws a walk. So here comes Burley Grimes, great spitballer. In fact, let's see what we says about Grimes. Do we even have his data in here as far as, yep, specialty spit. So Reggie Jackson, a little power coming up now. 2 men aboard, looking to get back into the game, and Grimes gets the key strikeout. Comes another chance with Johnny Bench. What's up, Aaron? Great to see Aaron Reed in here. Just playing a little baseball test game tonight, Aaron. Testing out my MLB Greats file. And there's 2 down with Yastrzemski. This would be a great opportunity to see him put one in the into the stands here and take the lead. What does it say here? We got a 1.2% chance for a home run. Here's the pitch. He hits this one. It's like it's out to center field. Cobb with the catch. And that threat is over, so we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Catfish Hunter's still on the mound. And he gets Terry with the strikeout. Here's Mel Ott, 0 for 2 on the day. And to Morgan, makes a great play. 2 down. Here's Bill Dickey. Dickey on the ground. Petrocelli with range. With the throw, and he makes the throw over. So treat this like an all-star game. Maybe there's some extra bats we can look to get in here. Well, we'll see. Got no left-handed batters on the bench. Let's see what Fred Lynn can do as a lefty. Pops this one up. Looks like Frisch has got a beat on it. And Frisch makes the catch. 1 down. It's Wade Boggs. And Boggs sends this one out to center. Cobb drifting back. And this one is off the wall. Boggs will waltz into second base with the stand-up double. And 1 down. Looks like got another chance for this more modern team to get on the board. So here's Rico Petrocelli. Sees a 20.6% chance for a hit. Do I have anybody better? Well, yeah, I've got Bobby Grich. Let's bring Bobby Grich in. Get some other players in here. Here's the pitch to Bobby Grich, who's in a pinch hit role. And he comes through with a single past Frisch, and it looks like Boggs will hold. And we got runners on the corner, 1 away, and here is the greatest of all time, Rickey Henderson. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Here's the pitch from Grimes. Henderson sends this out to left field. Should get a run home if it's deep enough. Simmons with the catch. Boggs will tag, no throw. We got a 2-1 game. Yes, Bobby Gritch, former Angel and Oriole. You bet. Hey, Bernard. Great to see you. Here is Pete Rose. He's walked his last time up. Pitch from Grimes, and he draws a walk. Grimes in a little bit of a jam here, and here's Joe Morgan. Walked his last time up, wanting to get things right with Bill Dickey. And here's the pitch. Morgan puts this on the ground. Johnny Pesky's got range, up with the throw. In time, and that will end the inning. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. And here we go. Catfish Hunter still in there. And we've got a fly back. Looks like Lynn's drifting back, and he will make the catch. I do need to replace shortstop, so let me put in Campaneris. And it's short. And that looks good. There's Johnny Pesky. And he puts this on the ground. Morgan with good range gets it in time to Yaz playing first. And we have 2 down. And Ty Cobb, who singled, 1 for 3 on the day. Center fielder today for the older timers. Slashes this one back up the middle for his second hit, and he is aboard. Keep an eye on Hunter. I do have a couple relief options. I got Jose Mesa and Kent Tekulve in the pen. And Frisch sends this out to Henderson, who makes the catch, and here we go to the top of the 8th with a 2-1 game. Hey, Nathaniel, welcome in. And here's pitch from Grimes, and he hits Jackson. Let's see who else we've got on here. If he gets in trouble, we can always bring in somebody else. Infield's guarding the line on this. Don't want to give up that extra base hit. And Grimes with a big strikeout of Yastrzemski. Big swing and a miss. And now we have Yaz step into the plate. Looking to get this run home, tie it up. This might do it. This one's all the way to the wall. Jackson's headed to third. Yastrzemski's in to second. Head first slide, and he's safe. Now we got runners at second and third. 1 away, and here is Fred Lynn. Grimes with the pitch, and he gets a key strikeout. So here comes Boggs. Doubled his last time up. Got 2 runners sitting there he'd like to get home. Here's the pitch from Grimes. And Boggs comes through with the hit. Jackson up with the throw. Is he going to come home? Oh, he's not even going to make a throw. Now we've got 2 runs in and a 3-2 lead. What I'll say is for the more modern team, the not as old team. They're playing under the Cubs banner, the like late 60s and newer, and under the Boston banner is the pre-50s. So let's take a look. We get Grimes out of here and bring in somebody like Lefty Grove here. Here's Bert Campaneris. Just came in to play short. Sends this one out to center. And Cobb makes the catch. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Home team finds themselves down a run. Hunter still looks strong, but we'll keep an eye on him. Shoeless Joe pops this one back up the middle. Looks like Lynn is going to make the catch. And here's Al Simmons. He does have a home run. on the day. Here's the pitch from Hunter. And Simmons is aboard with a single. And looks like he gets aggressive. Stretches it into 2. He catches Lynn napping a little bit. Now we got a runner in scoring position. It might be time to check this bullpen out. See some of these players in action. And here comes Kent Tekulve. Bill Terry doubled his first time up. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And here's the pitch. Terry sends this one deep. Lynn's tracking back, catches it deep. Tag is coming in, and looks like Al Simmons beats the throw. So we got 2 out. Runner at third. Mel out up. Like to get that tying run home for sure. Let's see. Tekulve with the pitch. Mel Ott sends this one down the line. Reggie Jackson drifting over, and he makes... Oh, he doesn't make the catch. What a trick. He bounces it off the fence, and Simmons scores, and we got a tie game. Optical illusion double there. Not played well. Not playing very well out there in right. So, Edward Ewing in. Glad to see you here, and glad you're here, Joe. And Ott comes through. So here's Bill Dickey. And puts it on the ground to Joe Morgan. Looks like this may end the inning, but we got a tie game headed to the 9th. This turned out to be a good one. And up steps Ricky Henderson. And he leads off with the liner into left field. And definitely speed on the base pass. Definitely not what Grove wanted to see. Well, let's see. I got Rose at 20%. Who else I got on the bench that a little bit better against righties? I've got some other players that could come through here. Let's take a look. Let's let Rose hit. What's Rose done? He's walked his last 2 times up. So let's see what he can do here. Grove definitely going to try to keep Henderson close with 2 throws. The pitch, he's not going. This is a liner. Hard hit to Pesky. To Frisch. Can they turn 2? They do. Great double play. I'm sure Grove's happy with that. And here we go. Joe Morgan with the pitch. Morgan sends this out to Cobb. And Cobb makes the catch. So here's Frank Baker. Coming up in the bottom of the 9th to see if the older major leaguers here can pull something through. He's 27% chance against Tekulve. Who do we have on there? That's a pretty good chance. So let's see how Baker does. And he gives up the hit. Tekulve does. Baker's aboard with the leadoff single. So Tekulve not great against lefties. Let's bring in Jose Mesa. Jose Mesa and seeing if he can keep this one close. To the pitch to Pesky. Pesky, grounder, Mesa grabs it in time to first. Baker gets to second. Here comes Ty Cobb, got that runner in scoring position. Looking for a game-winning hit here. 2 for 4 on the day with 2 singles. Here's the pitch from Mesa. And it's a grounder. Joe Morgan makes the great play in time. And we've got 2 down. So up steps Frankie Frisch. Here's the pitch from Mesa. And Frisch lines this one straight to Reggie Jackson in right. And we're going to extra innings. I was hoping this would be at least a fun game if I was going to come on and test one. Turns out this may be a really close one. See, lefty Grove. Lefty on lefty, and Reggie sends this one out to right field. Had a lot of action to right, considering how many left-handers we've got in the lineup. Johnny Bench steps in here. And he grounds this one to Baker. Baker up with the throw over to Terry. And that's the second out of the inning. So here's Carl Yastrzemski. Let's see what we got here. Let's bring Joe Rudy in. And here's the pitch to Rudy. Rudy comes through with a pinch hit single, and he's aboard. And that brings up Fred Lynn. Fred Lynn at 17%. Let's see what else we got. How about Jim Rice? Let's clear the benches, give everybody a chance to play today. And he strikes out. So who do we got to play center field? Well, I can move Ricky Henderson there. Who can I move to left field? Well, let's see who can play first. How about I bring in, put Joe Rudy at first, and we're going to put Rice in left field. So there we go. Mesa looks fine. And that's not fine. He walks, or hits Jackson. Have to keep an eye on Mesa here. We've got nothing but starters left here in this exhibition game bullpen. Campaneris up. Morgan with the pivot, and it's in time. Great double play, and that's 2 down. Jose Mesa looking to get Terry to end this inning, keep their team in it. And Bill Terry strikes out. So Jose Mesa, good old Joe Table, is looking good. And we're headed to the top of the 11th now with Wade Boggs. Take a look at, we've just got a couple players, Canseco and Tennis on the bench. So pitch to Boggs. Ground ball. Frisch makes a great play in time. 1 down. Here's Bert Campaneris. Flew out last at bat. And here's a little chopper. Heskey with the throw in time. 2 down. Henderson today, he's walked, single. And the pitch from Grove, and Henderson sends a shot straight at Cobb in center, and it will fall in. And Henderson, always scary on the base paths, is aboard. And here's Pete Rose. Rose has 2 walks, 0 for 3 on the day. Throwing over there, scared of Henderson. He hasn't taken it off yet, and Rose comes through with the single. Henderson round second, and he will take third, no doubt running on that play, and is gunned down with the aggressive base running. Wonderful play by Baker. Tags him out. And now we're headed to the bottom of the 11th. Says the Mesa appears okay. I just don't like that. I'm going to bring in Fernando Valenzuela in a relief appearance. So let's see how this works. Mel Ott, center, makes the catch. Henderson with out number 1. Here's Bill Dickey. Who else we got on the bench here? Catcher. Well, let's bring in Gabby Hartnett. Bring a righty in. Get some of these players in, get some playing time here. Gabby Hartnett sends this one out to center. And Henderson makes the catch. And this will bring up Frank Baker. Known as Home Run Baker, left-handed batter, sends this out. And out number 3 is Henderson, moved over from left to center last inning. Makes 2 putouts, and we're headed to the top of the 12th. This game may never end. Hey, Ken Castro, welcome in. Joe Morgan, really 0 for 4 with just a walk. Great on-base person. Let's see what we've got here. Dribbler, Frankie Frisch up with it, makes the catch. Comes Reggie Jackson. Really, he's 0 for 4, was hit by a pitch. Not much offense. This one's headed down the right field line. Jackson, easy play. 2 down for Johnny Bench. And Johnny Bench, again, he's 0 for 5. A lot of these big bats here for the Chicago club have not come through. And Bench grounds this one to Pesky. Pesky up with it in time. Bottom of the 12th, here we come. What are the shortstop options? Here's what I'll probably do is righty and lefty, bring Travis Jackson in. A lot better numbers there against lefty. And Jackson puts it on the ground to Boggs, up with the throw, and in time. This has been a heck of a marathon game. Ty Cobb is 2 for 5 so far. This is his 6th time up. And he hits this one in the air, out to right. Reggie Jackson makes the catch, and we have 2 down for Frankie Frisch. And Frisch pops it behind the plate. I don't know if he'll stay in. Bench is tracking back. And it's foul. And here's the pitch to Frisch. Frisch comes up and, oh, it's a game winner. Frankie Frisch steps in, not known for power, and puts one over the Green Monster for a 4-3 win. Wow. Let's take a look at what just happened. I guess the game had to end sometime, and it just did. So let's take a look at the batting here. Had fun playing the game. I got to see that my Walter Johnson needs some split data. I haven't got his lefty splits figured out, so I got a note to myself here. I'm just getting right around 100 players I've done for this MLB Greats approach because I took a sabbatical from baseball and went on over and started working on basketball, which I think I got a couple more players to go, and I'm almost at 400. I'll have 400 players done for the all-time greats basketball file. So, I'm just going to approach it as we go through this fall with, hey, whatever I'm feeling the mood for, I'm just going to go and work on baseball, and then I'll go over and work on basketball. I'll just wait till I get tired of one and just kind of flip-flop back and forth against that. But who's our standout here? You can see Carl Yastrzemski. Not a lot of hitting considering the hitters that were in this game. We had Walter Johnson start off the game. Then I realized about 4 or 5 innings in, he was way too tough against righties. And let's take a look at our pitching. Got a lot of pitchers in here. Blown save for Kent Tecoli. Walter Johnson was looking really good, and I just pulled him because I noticed I didn't have his splits right. Burley Grimes came in and gave up the 3 runs in a relief effort, and Grove really pitched well when he came in in the 3rd inning of relief there. He did really good. Let's take a look at the miscellaneous. What did we have go on here? We had some errors. One, a throwing error by Petrocelli. Several doubles. 7 doubles in the game. And we had 2 home runs. Both by the old-timers, right? Al Simmons broke the 0-0 tie with a solo shot. And that was in the bottom of the 4th. And then Frankie Frisch with the walk-off home run in the bottom of the 12th. Who knew Frisch had that much power? RBIs for Boggs, he had 2. 3 hit by pitches, sacrifice, and a pass ball. Nice here. Outfield assists. We had 2 throwing assists from Al Simmons and 1 from Joe Jackson. Frisch with the game winner, and 1 poor play out there by Ricky Henderson. So that was fun. Had a good time doing that. So it gives me a little bit of opportunity to test this file out. So one thing that I'm take a look at total database here. I think I don't know how many players I've got in here so far. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just drafted onto this one. I'm trying to think. So my MLB Greats file, if I look at the main roster here, I'm slowly building some players out. I've got a bunch of Cincinnati players done, the Philadelphia Oakland franchise, I've added some of the modern players. I just, as a player pops in my head, I have fun just creating them, right? So I'm just kind of popping them off my head. And I did some of these a couple weeks ago, and today I actually knocked out. I haven't built them in the game yet. I knocked out the data for some of the Reds, like Cy Seymour, Klazuski, Perez, Bench, Concepcion, Riffy, Foster, those players. So knocking them out when I get a chance. And fairly recently, just for this franchise, I've got these 4 great pitchers right there. And Cincinnati, I've only got 2 done. That's Eperixy and Johnny Vandermeer. And who else we got? Detroit don't have too many players, right? I've got Heilman done. I haven't done really a lot there, but you can look at these lines. I mean, now Heilman, if we take a look at his OPS, because he's assigned to 24, he's a 176 batting 400. And then Cobb's probably going to be a lot higher than a 176. He is. He's a 202 because he's got that 3, what's he at? 392? And an OPS over 1 in 1913. So, that's where the cross era and the comparison, one of the best tools in the game is looking at that OPS plus, because it's going to take into account the difference in era that they're assigned to. So fun stuff. Thanks a lot, Nathaniel. Glad you could stop by, and just thought, hey, I hadn't done any baseball in a while. Let me get in here and play around with that. Before I run, I will say that I do have an update on basketball. If anybody knows, the basketball game is on pre-sale. It's going to launch on August 16th. My plan is on the 16th or 17th, somewhere close, I'm going to do a virtual unboxing like I did back around Christmas time for that baseball launch. So, I've been playing a lot of basketball recently, and I'm really excited to see a few of the things that they put in the game. I've requested the ability to clear statistics on the entry forms instead of having to manually do it. So I'm hoping they put that in there because it comes in handy for me as a home brewer. The other thing I'm looking forward to are the player card displays that they have, because this game's always been pretty deep and statistically good. I think that they've offered up more strategy in play calling in recent years, and they've done a little bit of what I call the window dressing. So I'm really enjoying the bells and whistles with the photos and different things like that. So anxious to see this update. And I'm anxious to see how the video chalkboard works, because I've been using that since last year with basketball when I only did was read the play-by-play. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that's even smoother than it has been. But so far, here's this database. What am I up to now? I think I got 334 in here, but I have another bunch to create that I've got all the data for. So looking forward, I'll probably this weekend get all of those built into the game. But I've been going through and making sure that I have all my photos and good stuff here. So here's Tracy McGrady with Orlando team and getting all this stuff done. So having a blast with this project, remembering about baseball once in a while and getting over there. And who knows what motivation I might have here come Labor Day with football projects. If I want to take a similar approach with an all-time greats with that. So anyway, glad I could pop on here for a little bit. I don't know if anybody else is doing any streaming tonight in the community, but I've got some stuff to do now, but I may pop in later and see if anybody else is playing games or doing whatever. But glad you all could join me and for a little play testing. So we'll see you down the road.